Hey guys. This is the second part of Marc Rudov's radio interview. If you haven't seen part 1, be sure to check that out as well. I also wanted to thank everyone who has showed support for the channel thus far. I just started this channel a little bit before Christmas and I did not expect the huge support I have received. I have big plans for the channel and will make an announcement in the coming weeks on a new segment I plan to incorporate. Again, thanks so much and enjoy the video.
Now, Marc Rudov is here. We got folks that want to talk to you, Marc, and I encourage any woman that wants to call in and challenge you. 421-ROCK, 800-783-ROCK. So far, Cheryl was not exactly a great challenger because...
No, she stunk.
You got to have stats, girls. You can't just go, well, I'm different, therefore it's not true.
Right.
You can't do that, ladies, and women do that a lot. They don't look at the numbers. They just look at, well, since it's me, therefore it must be true if I'm the one like that.
Well, you know what, BJ? If I go to a party and I raise any of these topics, you know what'll happen? The men will immediately leave the room.
That's, you're absolutely right.
And the women will be left because they don't want to be associated with me because they're afraid, I won't get any tonight.
You're absolutely right, bro. And then they're forced to just basically, because men don't want to take a look at their own weakness. I think that's interesting.
Right.
That's why men get so angry, because I've been in the same situation at parties where people have started bringing, women started flapping their mouths, and I'm like, you know what, I just can't listen to your stupidity. I'm going to have to say something. And like you say, the men just leave, and then they get mad at me for ruining their evening. And it's like, guys, have some balls. Your woman's an idiot. She needs to be told that once in a while.
Right. And by the way, I just got 24 sign-ups to my mailing list. That's great.
Oh, look at that.
But
that's Steve, by the way.
Men,
Steve, the producer.
Go around.
24
the other
emails.
thing, too, BJ, is you always hear this. Well, we're logical and women are emotional. Really? Valentine's Day is really logical.
No, you're right.
No, men are not logical at all. Whining and dining is illogical. Totally emotional, totally unnecessary. Basically, dating and marriage is prostitution.
Which, by the way, if the real prostitution was legalized, I wonder how many of us would even get married.
I mean, it's unbelievable. But men, this is the other thing. I'll go to the gym, and guys will come up to me. Hey, didn't I see you on Bill O'Reilly? Yeah. Yeah, you were great. Did you go to my website? No. Well, I really believe in what you're doing. You'll go to my website, right? And you'll join my mailing list, right? Yeah, you're right. My whole life's been ruined. Yeah. You're gonna join my mailing list, right? Okay. The guy doesn't join. I see him in the gym a month or 2 months later. So, how come you didn't join? Well, I got busy. I have a lot going on. Yeah, 15 seconds of your time is a lot. So the fact is, they're chicken. They're scared. They're little cowards. It's disgusting. That's why women have taken over.
Yeah,
they have completely taken over. And that's why it is a gynocracy. It is a woman's nation. And by the way, given that it's a woman's nation, I would like to see a 100% female military.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah, how long would we last?
We're talking to Marc Rudov. Don't forget to check out the NoNonsenseMan.com. That's where you can sign up for Marc's mailing list and find out about his articles, his 2 books that he's written. Let's go to Taylor in Seattle. Taylor, you're on with Marc Rudov on The Rock. Go ahead.
Hey, sir, I just have a question for Marc. Does he truly think that men as a whole are smart enough to implement his ideas?
Taylor, I'm glad you asked that question. Look around you. The space shuttle, the 747, the Empire
But why haven't they done it then?
How do you think those things got here, Taylor?
Exactly. They're brilliant over the years.
But you're not talking about...
Mechanically. But when it comes to sexually, they're morons.
Taylor, we're not talking about intelligence. We're talking about spines.
You're asking men to be smart enough to forego these stupid holidays.
Taylor, he just told you, Taylor. He said it has nothing to do with intelligence. He said that it has to do with backbone, spine, and courage. Courage is not intelligence.
They have no balls because they were raised to please their mommies. And they were raised to
but you're saying, hey, look, they're smart enough to do the space shuttle and do all this. Yeah, but you know what? They're not smart enough to...
Taylor, how many times? Honest to God, it's like talking to an idiot.
Your emotions control your brain.
Taylor, it's courage, not intelligence.
Okay, boys, if you can handle keeping it in your pants for 3 nights and withholding like
wait, Taylor,
if they're smart enough to do that, then they can.
Taylor, you know what? Hold on a second. Taylor, hold on a second.
Taylor,
really, Taylor.
Your brain is controlled. Taylor, your brain is controlled by your emotions.
No, I agree with a lot of what you're saying, but I don't think men are smart enough as a whole to say no. I'm not gonna do Valentine's Day.
No,
that's not an intelligence issue.
The whole is
he's saying that we're smart enough to do the space shuttle, but we're not smart enough to do this.
Taylor.
Because we said it wasn't an intelligence issue,
it has
Taylor.
Nothing to do with intelligence.
Well, then why did you bring up the space shuttle?
Taylor,
because you asked him if we were smart.
No,
Taylor,
smart
it has
enough.
nothing to do with
Smart enough. Okay. How are they going to implement your ideas? How are they going to do it?
The way
They're going to listen to you.
Taylor, if you'll stop talking, I will answer you. The way men can implement my ideas is first to grow a pair, and that's where the courage comes from, like the Wizard of Oz. They have to have courage. Without courage, their intelligence means nothing. Now, you're right. Intellectually, it makes sense that if women are more sexual than men, that gives men power. But men don't believe in themselves because they've been raised since they were little that mommy is everything and daddy is nothing. That's why back in the days of the long-distance phone call costing something, on Mother's Day, you had the most paid-for long-distance calls, and on Father's Day, you had the most collect calls.
And it starts as, and by the way, Taylor, it starts young.
Mark, is what is your idea of a romantic evening? Like you tell me.
Wait. Hold on, Taylor. I want to know first of all if you agree or disagree with that, rather than just changing the subject, which women do a lot. That is the strategy of a woman: is you change the subject when you're wrong.
I think that it would take some intelligence. I agree with what Mark is saying because I do think it's a Hallmark holiday. I think it's meant to be us. But
Taylor, I got to tell you though, Taylor, it's a pretty heinous thing though, Taylor. Taylor, it's a heinous thing that at a tender age, a boy is raised to basically fear his mother and basically give her what she wants, even if she's completely illogical and abusive.
Right.
It starts young, and and that is something that is
hard
to
grab a hold of your ideas.
Oh, Taylor, is it easy for a woman to just basically dismiss years of abuse or emotional trauma in order to be able to do something? We think as a man you should always come forward when you've been raped to prosecute a criminal, but women have told us it's a horrible, traumatic thing, difficult to do. So why can't you understand that there are things that are difficult for men to do, no matter how smart they are? Why is it women don't understand that men have hormonal issues and that men have traumatic issues? I mean, and you're laughing about it, Taylor. Why do women laugh when they're about to lose an argument and when a man is talking about pain? Why do you laugh?
Obviously, you do have issues, darling.
Why do you laugh, though? Why would you laugh when a guy is talking about pain? How would you? I know, because you're laughing. I mean, you're laughing.
Getting emotional. Now you're getting emotional.
Yes, because you're laughing. I'm emotional. Would you like me to laugh at you if something bad happened to you? Why do women do that? They laugh when a man is trying to tell them that he's had pain in his life.
You're telling me that I'm being emotional now, darling. You're being emotional.
I understand I'm being emotional. Hey, Taylor, I am being emotional. I told you that. I know that. I want to know why you laugh when a man is explaining something painful. You and your gender do that a lot. Why do you laugh?
Me for getting emotional. And now,
that's why you laughed? You laughed because I wanted to know why it is you don't understand when we try to explain to you things. As a woman, if you're intelligent,
if you talk to me, I wouldn't be laughing. But you're
Taylor,
getting emotional.
I got emotional when you laughed, Taylor. I got emotional when you laughed.
BJ. All right, BJ, let me propose a scenario here.
Go ahead, because Mark, I'm ready to propose something to be done to this woman that would involve sharp objects.
All right, I'm going to pose a scenario to Taylor that would highlight the intelligence of women. Okay.
Okay.
A woman goes to her group of girlfriends and says, "Guess what? I got engaged." And they say, "Ooh, show me the ring." And she says,
"No.
There is no ring. We decided not to have a ring." And they would say, "You did what? What do you mean there's no ring? How come there's no ring? Is he a cheap bastard? What's wrong? How come there's no ring?" Now, that's exactly what would happen, and that shows the intelligence of women.
Yeah, and I agree. I think that a woman should buy a man a sports car. When he hands over a ring, she should have to buy him a sports car.
But
I do agree with you on certain levels.
Taylor,
and then the dudes would be really excited about that engagement. They'd be like, "You're engaged, sweet. Let me see the car."
Right,
so Taylor, what don't you agree with?
Propose that idea to your girlfriend.
No, my question is does he think that men will truly implement these suggestions?
I think most men will not, because most men are not men; they're biological males.
That was my only question.
Most women are not women. They're little girls inhabiting adult female bodies. Most women are children who expect to be taken care of and wined and dined. So, frankly, there are about the same percentage of adults are actually children, but the difference is men think they have to pay to get laid, and that's why they're so illogical and irrational.
And by the way,
men don't have to pay to get laid.
And Taylor, And Taylor, men are courageous on so many levels. We see it when they have to go to war. We see it when they protect their families. It is just when it comes to women in their life, and that is because they've been indoctrinated at such a young age to fear a woman, fear the mother, fear your wife. And I would say to women, you're the guys that tell us that's what we have to do. We have to behave a certain way around you. You tell us not to be certain ways. You don't like parts of our personality. We are browbeaten at a young age. That's why we have courage issues, because it is so ingrained in us from as a child. And any psychologist will tell you that childhood dynamics are what indeed are the toughest things to work through. When you develop those survival patterns as a child, it is so hard to defeat those.
And the father plays a bad role in this too, because he teaches his children, just give mom what she wants.
And you know what, though, Mark? Again, it's because that's what he was taught as a young age. I mean, it's pretty insidious.
And then when the teenage boy goes out with his teenage girlfriend, and the parents discover that their clothes are off, they blame the boy.
Of course.
And then I wrote an article one of my articles is called, He Got Me Drunk. You ever hear a woman say, he got me drunk? It's impossible for a man to get a woman drunk. She opens her mouth, she swallows the alcohol. If we hold a woman accountable for her alcoholic consumption when she climbs behind the wheel of a car, how come we don't hold her accountable for her alcoholic intake when she climbs on top of a man? All of a sudden, she doesn't have any accountability for herself when a man is involved. The whole society says, women are babies, we have to take care of them.
Well, we got Carl on the line, and I want you to speak to this guy, Mark, because Carl is a man that doesn't agree with you, and this is the guy that needs your tutelage. We're talking to Marc Rudov, the NoNonsenseMan.com. All right, Carl in Seattle, you're on with Mark on The Rock.
I'm not saying I don't agree with you, Mark. I just think you have some mommy issues, it sounds like, and I think you didn't get very much action.
Well, where did you get your Ph.D.?
Am I a PhD? No.
Well, what do you mean I have mommy issues?
I'm just saying.
Where are you getting this from, Carl?
And again,
where are you getting this from, Carl? What about what I said makes you think I have mommy issues?
I'm not saying you announced that. I'm not saying.
What did I say? What did I say that makes you conclude that I have mommy issues?
You're saying that men are afraid of their mothers.
They are
raised in an estrogen-filled family, and
that's right. Those are facts.
You've taken polls?
Can't you look around you? Do you know the statistics of divorce and out of wedlock? Do you know that 40% of babies in this country are born out of wedlock? 40%.
I believe that. That's irrelevant.
50% of marriages end in divorce, and women get custody in 90% of situations. You do the math. You do the math.
That's circumstance. That's what you're making.
Mark, do you mean to tell me now? Granted, I don't have any statistics, but it's anecdotal just because of how I was raised and everybody around me. But Mark, you mean to tell me that you were never raised in such a way that your mother was to be treated a certain way, and your sisters and the girls in your life, they weren't to be treated a certain way as men would treat other men? You never had that happen to you? You were never told to have special treatment for a woman ever in your life? We all were.
I absolutely was taught that, and
how about you, Carl?
Reject it.
And Carl, how about you? You mean to tell me that never happened to you where for no good reason you were told to treat a woman differently for no good reason?
I absolutely was, and to be honest, I have a mother that I care for very much and respect.
Oh, it's not about respect. You can respect somebody. That wasn't the question. Carl, that wasn't the question. Were you ever told? It doesn't mean. I'm not saying you're not supposed to respect somebody and treat them well.
No, I never suggested that.
But Carl, you were never told by anybody to treat your sisters and your mothers differently than you treat your friends and your boys and your father. You were never told to treat them differently for no good reason except based on their gender. You're going to say that never happened?
No. I haven't.
That's where it comes from. There's no mommy issues. It's about how women are babied and allowed to act inappropriately and allowed to act in ridiculous ways and be given a free pass. It starts when we're young. We're told we have to give them a free pass for their stupid, over-emotional behavior.
About ladies' nights at bars. I got an email from a guy the other day who said 200 people in his circle were going to have a Super Bowl party. They were going to charge men $35 and women $25. Why?
Right. No, there's favoritism there, absolutely.
Of course. So what are you talking about, Carl?
On the side of women and completely.
Women do not deserve special treatment.
Yeah,
they
Carl,
deserve equal treatment.
2010, Carl. It's equal treatment, but we're not raised that way. That's what he's saying, and that's not mommy issues. It's the truth. We're not raised to believe that women are equal. We're raised to believe that they should be treated more than equal.
when you put a woman on a pedestal, you're actually condescending to her because you're saying you're not equal to me.
I agree with that. That there's favoritism for sure.
So then why would you say somebody has mommy issues then, Carl?
So what is wrong with you, Carl?
He sounds angry. That was my first point. You sound angry about it.
Why wouldn't you be angry if you were raised that way?
Just a mangina.
Yeah. And that's my other point, mangina nothing. That's crazy.
Carl, but
crazy.
Carl, it's not true. Hold on, Carl. That's not true.
Mangina.
Carl, let me be honest, and I think you should be honest. One of the most fearful things a man has to deal with is a woman who's angry. Let's be honest. It's one of the most difficult things that most men I know have to deal with. We run away from it.
He reverts back to everything, being back to a man being scared about getting play. Getting action from his wife or his girlfriend.
That's right. That's true.
That's not true.
It is true. What's going on?
And Carl, it all descends from you not getting love from your mother. You do not want to not get love from your mother, so you'll do whatever you can because you're browbeaten at a young age, basically to be emotionally extorted. Your mother won't love you if you don't do everything you're supposed to do the right way, and that translates to every other female relationship we have. And if you get that ingrained in you as a child, as a little boy, when all of a sudden all of our neuronic patterns and everything we're supposed to do are being formed, you don't even realize it, but you are wired to believe that you have to do everything you have to do the right way or a woman will reject you, and no man wants that. And it's not fair because you're treating her the way you treat anybody else, and you're still getting rejected.
I have had many debates on TV with men where the men say apologetically, honey, please don't worry, I'll be home soon, I'll buy you flowers. Always apologizing, always kissing ass. It's pathetic. Pathetic.
I mean, Carl, it just starts at the root level. And look, bro, you probably don't even get it, and maybe that's why you're a little upset and you're calling in because there's a little truth to it. It starts at a young age for us. It's not like we knew what was going on.
The reason he's calling in is because he's whipped himself, and his girlfriend controls him, and his mother controls him, and he doesn't like to hear a man speaking out because in the United States there's an 11th commandment: thou shalt never, ever diss a woman. And if you do, you're a misogynist. You've been dropped on your head. You've been burned. There's something wrong with you. You can't disrespect a woman. You can't even criticize a woman. You can't criticize a woman. You're just because a happy man is a quiet man.
It's very true.
And we're not used to in this culture of men speaking out ever.
That's true. And
men just shut up and they take it.
And surely women criticize us all the time, Carl. So what's the difference about what Mark and I are talking about? There's no you shouldn't even be standing up against it.
Look at the TV commercials. I just wrote an article about the TV commercial where the Doritos commercial where the little boy slapped an adult man.
We talked about that too, Mark. Yeah, we did.
Right. I wrote an article called Doritos Slaps Children in the Face. Because what Doritos is doing is teaching children to disrespect men. So Elin Nordegren can hit a man, Mary J. Blige can hit a man, a little boy can hit a man. But if we had changed that Doritos commercial to a boy hitting a girlfriend, let's say the father invites the girlfriend over, and the girlfriend says, nice house, boy, I'd like to have it someday, and the boy slaps the woman in the face.
Yeah, stay away from my house. Yeah, stay away from my dad's money, my dad's house, and my dad's Doritos. Yeah. You're absolutely right, Mark.
Right, and
it's a double standard.
There's a Volkswagen commercial right now where a little boy hits his grandfather in the balls. So disrespecting men is in vogue everywhere you go. When Mary J. Blige punched her husband in a nightclub, she then said, "What are you going to do, Chris Brown me?" So don't tell me there's no. You really need to take a good look in the mirror because you're afraid of women.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a great way that we end this interview with Marc Rudov. No doubt about it. Mark, it's always great to have you on, bro, and I appreciate you fighting the good fight. I know that, man, you're always going uphill like, you're really upstream like a salmon, but I appreciate what you do because guys like us need to know this. We need to know that it's not fair, and we're the ones contributing to the unfairness.
That's right.
We just have to stand up.
Men enable it. And men finance it, and they have to stop it. And by the way, I've now had 100 sign-ups from your show.
How about that, Mark?
I signed up today.
How about that?
Fantastic.
I'm in.
I'd sign up.
BJ, let's not wait another year. Let's do this again.
I agree, Mark. We will have to do it another. You know what? You got to get through Steve, though. Steve is the He's the gatekeeper. You're going to have to bribe him, Mark. Or either that, get him a girl. I don't know what to do.
I got a girl.
Oh, that's right. He's about to get married. He's about to get on that road, Mark. Save him, Mark.
Oh,
Save him.
he's jumping on the estrogen express.
Happy Valentine's Day, Mark.
So go to the nononsenseman.com. Mark, thanks for being with us, and we will have to get you on soon. I appreciate you calling in, Mark.
My pleasure. Thank you, BJ.
There you go. Marc Rudov, and there you go. You know, it's tough for men to realize the truth, and so what we do is we push against the truth. I mean, look, I've been into therapy to know that when you get to a core truth that is ugly and you're the one responsible for your own pain, you don't want to face it, and you will fight to the death and have to face the fact that you've caused your own pain. And I don't think women can face the fact that they train us at a young age to treat them differently, so that they don't have to be as good as they can be, so they don't have to play by the rules. And it's done at a young age. And he's right. As a father, you know, I probably have done it myself, and I feel so badly thinking that maybe I've done that to my kids. So it's still not too late. And women, honestly, really, do you want to have it that way? You want to be treated differently, no matter how stupid you are, no matter how disrespectful and misbehaving you are? You should want to aspire to be better than that, ladies. You know you do.